Hi, my name's Karen Dooling and I work for LV. I've been with LV approximately 8 months now and my role is Manager, Life, CIO and Shared Application Management.
Hi, I'm Kirsty Griffiths. I've been at LV for nearly 17 years now, spending the last 6 years in CIO, currently heading up the problem management team.
So Kirsty, when I first joined LV, I did notice that we've got some really good practices in place around incident problem management and other service management areas.
Yes, we've been working really hard over the last few years to drive down incidents whilst in a challenging environment of an increasing change portfolio.
But what I did observe was that there was also still room for improvement. And with that in mind, I approached a number of my colleagues to set up a service management improvement working party.
Definitely, it was a good opportunity with fresh pair of eyes coming in to take stock of where we've come and how we want to move forward.
So we had our first inaugural meeting back in sort of October last year, and we came up with a number of issues and sort of activities that we could carry out.
Absolutely.
And we prioritised those and came up with a number that we could take forward and gain some momentum.
Yes.
Let's take a look at what we've done so far. We reviewed our incident, problem and request definition, and what we discovered that was some of our staff didn't really understand the difference between incident and problem, right? And that we needed to clearly define what we meant by those. So we looked at the ITIL definitions and we kind of adopted those because they were very closely aligned to what we do within our own organisation. However, when it came to requests, we needed to adapt that definition slightly to include not just standard request fulfilment, but other requests that we do within our application management areas and other areas. Hopefully that will make it much clearer to both our customers and our staff how to categorise the work that comes into our organisation.
Yes, and then we took a look at our incident and problem statuses. We realised we had far too many of them. They weren't really clear to understand and people weren't using them properly. So with our problem statuses, we've managed to reduce those by nearly 50% and really simplified them. So for example, we used to have solution implementation in progress, bit of a mouthful, so we changed that to simply fixed planned, much easier to understand for both our customers and as managers managing their own queues.
Yes, I'd agree. From a management perspective, we can now clearly see what we're actually working on. And then we looked at our known error process and reviewed that. We held a workshop, and actually what we discovered is that our known error process was actually fit for purpose, and all we needed to adjust was the definition that surrounded that process.
Yes, and then the most recent thing we looked at was our major incident reporting process. We wanted to be sure that we were really delivering value and that it's what everybody wanted. And it was good to find out that actually our key stakeholders really liked the reporting that was produced, but we've identified a number of opportunities to improve it even further and deliver even more value.
Yes, I'm sure that will help both our customer service managers and the business to really understand those major incidents.
Yes. And of course, we're not stopping there. There's a number of activities that are currently underway.
Yes, we've got our customer satisfaction portal. We're developing a portal so that our customers can do a survey and actually we can understand how well we're doing with respect to incident management.
Great. And we've just pulled together a cross-working party to look at incident categories and closure codes. We really want to improve our proactive element of problem management and trend analysis of our incidents. We realise we've just got far too many categories out there at the moment and they're not being used properly, so hopefully that will really help us improve.
Yeah, from a management perspective, when I do look at closed incidents, it's really difficult for me to tell if there's any trends there and what we actually need to focus our effort on.
Definitely.
And then we've got Request It, which is our standard fulfilment portal. Yes, we've just relaunched the front end, built a new customer interface onto that, and we're constantly adding and developing that portal so that more things can be done through standard fulfilment.
Yes, and our change manager is currently undertaking a full review of the change function and seeking feedback from all those people who use it to see if there's further improvements that she can make there.
Yeah, there's a lot of great work going on.
Absolutely.
So Kirsty, this week we held a workshop to review how we were doing so far.
Yes, we used the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, which was really great.
Yeah, and you facilitated that workshop. What were our findings?
So we recognised that we've done a lot of good work so far and that we're really passionate about the service that we provide. But we really do need to include more people from across service management now to drive those improvements forward.
Yes, there's the small improvements which people can get on and do themselves, and really they need to feel they've got the permission to be able to do that. And then there's the larger stuff that really needs to come back to the working party for ratification and approval.
Yes, and now we're going to step up our communication and engagement with our staff and customers so they know all about the work we're doing.
That's good, that's great, Kirsty. We'll be back in a couple of months' time to let you know how we're getting on.